I'm Rob. I'm a triathlon coach. I've decided to start a series of vlogs to cover my attempts to improve my long distance running. In the future, I want to create tutorial videos for my coaching business, but first I need a lot of practice in front of the camera. I began triathlons as a runner. Through a lot of hard work, I made great improvements to my swimming and cycling to the point where the run is now my weakest leg. I do pretty well in the shorter races, but my run gets noticeably worse as the distance increases. A races tend to be half Ironman triathlons that end with a half marathon run. I'm yet to complete a half Ironman without fading towards the end of the run. My plan this winter was to be a run focus. I intended to still swim and ride once a week, but once the pandemic hit, I decided it was easier to just run. Originally I'd planned to include a strength and conditioning program from the gym, but once all the gym closed, that didn't happen either. Of course, I did save a bit of money with gym membership. I've already mentioned that I'm not swimming or cycling at the moment, just running. The plan is very easy, an easy run every day. Each run is slow and short enough that I don't pull up sore. This means I can back up day after day. Individually, each run is only adding a small training benefit, but like contributing to a savings plan, it builds up over time. Consistency is the key. Benefit, I don't think running 7 days a week is any better than 6. In fact, it could be argued that having a full rest day is more beneficial. It's the mental aspect where running every day works, because you can't say, I'm tired today, I'll run tomorrow. The longer your running streak goes, the more motivation there is to keep it going. At the moment, I've run 64 days in a row. I set a target for a number of consecutive days in a row, but at this stage I'd be disappointed if I didn't hit 100. Some people will argue that you need some intensity in your training. I can see where they're coming from. For me, at my age, I need the mileage in the legs before my legs can handle the intensity. The more mileage I get, the more injury resistant I become. I can only build up high mileage if I skip the intensity. Even though all my runs are easy, I still divide them into different categories. The recovery run, the easy run, and the longer run. Every second day is a recovery run. These are about half the distance of the easy run. All my runs are slow, but I make an effort to make the recovery runs the slowest. I do one longer run a week. It's about 50% longer than the easy runs and no more than 10% longer than the last time I did a long run. And every other run is just an easy run. If we talk about runs in duration, a typical week would be 30 minutes recovery run, 60 minutes easy run, 30 minutes recovery run, 60 minutes easy one, 30 minutes recovery, 90 minutes longer, 30 minutes recovery. That's the week. I build up the mileage slowly, but only if the legs are handling the current mileage. If not, I just keep it the same. If I'm getting sore, I'll actually drop it back a bit. The advantages of so many races being cancelled, I don't have a time frame, so I'm in no hurry to get that mileage up. I can just do it at the pace that my body allows. 7 years ago, I was able to get my weekly mileage up to 70 kilometres or 43 miles. That's the biggest I've ever been able to do it in my lifetime. All of those miles I've done at a really easy pace, but it gave the strength in my legs to then after that put in the intensity, and that ended up being the best running season I've ever had. In my early 50s, I thought it'd be a big ask to post my biggest mileage ever. Without the swimming and the riding, it seems to be working well. I'm staying fresh and the mileage is just building up very nicely. This week's on target to hit 67 kilometres or 42 miles. Last week was 62 kilometres and the week before that was 61. Although our calendar weeks, there was a rolling 7 days where I actually hit the 70 kilometres or 43 miles. I'm feeling aches and pains and I'm definitely missing the monthly massages. I'm not doing Pilates at the gym anymore because the gyms are closed, and I really should be doing more strength and conditioning work at home, but I do struggle to get that in. Regular stretching, foam roller and the spiky ball seems to be keeping things together more or less. At this far, I commend your persistence. I am planning to do these vlogs on an ad hoc basis, but hopefully at least one a week. This film was videoed on my mobile phone. I've been procrastinating about making this video for over a month now. I did deal with myself that I couldn't buy a GoPro until I at least posted something on YouTube. I also want to start doing reviews of runners. My shoes have already been superseded, so I need to get a move on with those reviews if I want them to be at all relevant. Thanks for watching. I did a deal with myself that I couldn't buy a pro. I did a deal with myself that I couldn't buy a pro. I did a deal with myself. I couldn't buy
A GoPro.
I did a deal with myself that I couldn't buy a GoPro.